Hello everyone, this is Miss Jordi, the Young Adult Librarian at the Augusta-Richmond County Public Library. Thank you for joining me today as we celebrate National Financial Literacy Month. Not only is this month a celebration, but it's also a challenge for people to become financially literate. One goal for Financial Literacy Month is to give our youth the know-how and resources that will provide them with the ability to make smart money decisions now and into the future. Another goal is to encourage people to determine their financial weaknesses, develop a budget, increase financial knowledge, and learn about savings to improve their finances. Today, I will give you several book recommendations for young adults and adults that you can check out at our library to help you accomplish your financial goals. If you're wondering why financial literacy is so important, let's look at some statistics. According to the website balancingeverything.com, on average, Americans scored 68% on the National Financial Literacy Test. On this test, most Americans give wrong answers to investing, setting personal goals, and credit-building questions. Also, the USA is the country with the highest household debt, and financial literacy is essential for fighting this negative trend. Before I became a librarian, I worked at a credit union for 14 years, and I was surprised to see how many adults don't know how to write checks properly, and how many people don't check their account statements at least once a month to see if there are any unauthorized transactions. I also discovered that some people think financial institutions monitor their accounts or can control what is deposited or debited from their accounts, when in actuality, it's each person's responsibility to monitor their own accounts on a regular basis and to inform their bank or credit union in a timely manner to dispute unauthorized transactions. Now, let's look at 4 books in our young adult section to help students in grades 6 through 12 learn how to manage their finances wisely. All of these books are about 60 pages long and are relatively quick to read, but are packed with valuable information. My first pick is First Budget Smarts by Judy Monroe Peterson. It shows you why making and following a budget are key to managing your money and shows you step by step how to create a monthly budget. It also discusses the importance of saving and investing, as well as your options for doing so. My next pick is First Bank Account and First Investment Smarts in the Get Smart With Your Money series by Jeri Freedman. This book discusses the different types of accounts at banks and credit unions, such as checking accounts, savings accounts, interest-paying checking accounts, and CDs, which stands for Certificates of Deposits. It teaches how to write a check, how to make a deposit, how to use ATM cards, how to choose the right bank or credit union, how to manage your bank accounts, and how to invest towards retirement accounts. My third pick is Smart Strategies for Saving and Building Wealth in the Financial Security and Life Success for Teens series by Linda Bickerstaff. This book gives 5 steps to financial success, and they are the following. Number 1, setting goals. Number 2, budgeting money in order to save. Number 3, investing savings to make them grow. Number 4, controlling debt by building wealth and using credit wisely. And number 5, protecting the wealth that one accumulates. This book states that teens have an advantage in building wealth because they are starting early, and it encourages teens to start contributing to a Roth IRA now for retirement. The author gives recommendations for teens on investing, and at the back of the book there's a glossary and several helpful resources. My fourth pick for young adults is the book Frequently Asked Questions About Financial Literacy by Mary Lane Kamberg. This book begins by mentioning that good money management starts off with setting goals. It also discusses where to put your money and how you can cause it to grow. It discusses investing, borrowing money, what a credit history is, taxes and insurance, and your rights and responsibilities as a consumer when you start using financial services. My first pick for adults is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Where the Rich Teach Their Kids About Money That the Poor and Middle Class Do Not by Robert T. Kiyosaki. This book is Mr. Kiyosaki's story of growing up with 2 dads, his real father, who was his poor dad, and the father of his best friend, who was his rich dad, and the ways in which both men shape his thoughts about money and investing. On page 16 of the book, there's a statement that really stood out for me, and it mentions why Financial literacy is imperative. I'm going to read it. It says, quote, "Money is one form of power, but what is more powerful is financial education. Money comes and goes, but if you have the education about how money works, you gain power over it and can begin building wealth," unquote. This book teaches the reader 6 lessons. They are the following. Number 1, the rich don't work for money. Number 2, why teach financial literacy? Number 3, mind your own business. Number 4, the history of taxes and the power of corporation. Number 5, the rich invest money. And number 6, work to learn, don't work for money. My second pick for adults is The Total Money Makeover, a proven plan for financial fitness by Dave Ramsey. In this book, there is this motto, quote, "If you will live like no one else, later you can live like no one else," unquote. It is Mr. Ramsey's way of reminding the reader that if you will make the sacrifices now that most people aren't willing to make, later on you will be able to live as those people will never be able to live. The Total Money Makeover plan has 7 baby steps. They are, number 1, saving $1,000 to go in an emergency fund. Number 2, start the debt snowball to pay off all your debt. Number 3, finish the emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. Number 4, invest 15% of your income in retirement. Number 5, save for college. Number 6, pay off your home mortgage. And number 7, build wealth. My third pick for adults is the book Girl, Get Your Money Straight, a sister's guide to healing your bank account and funding your dreams in 7 simple steps by Glinda Bridgforth. This book is a 7-step program for holistic financial healing for Black women. Ms. Bridgforth gives the following steps for the reader to follow. Number 1, set goals that speak to your heart. Number 2, balance your checkbook and know your net worth. Number 3, develop a spending plan. Number 4, track and analyze your spending. Number 5, pay off debt with discipline, not deprivation. Number 6, save continuously without being a miser. And number 7, get the support and expert advice you need. My final pick for adults is the book The 9 Steps to Financial Freedom, Practical and Spiritual Steps So You Can Stop Worrying by Suze Orman. Ms. Orman gives a 9-step process to financial freedom, which starts with seeing how your past holds the key to your financial future. Not only does this book give you the knowledge of how to handle money, but also the power to break through the barriers that hold you back. She helps readers to explore the psychological and spiritual power money has in their lives and to learn how to control their attitudes about money. One fun activity for budgeting is to obtain several jars and label them any way that you want. For example, you can label one spend, one save, and one give, and then place money in each based on your goals. You can get really creative and have fun decorating your jars any way that you want. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll check out at least one of these great books to help you accomplish your financial goals. Feel free to come browse our shelves and look in the 332 section for more great books on financial literacy. Also, be sure to follow us on social media at the Augusta Public Library and at the Young Adults at Augusta Public Library on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks again. Bye-bye.